It started with an email. My boss, Mr. Felix, sent it late one evening. Meet me in the office tonight at 11 p.m. No excuses. I had no idea why he wanted me there so late, but I couldn't say no. Everyone in the office feared him. His sharp voice and colder-than-ice stare could make even the bravest person shrink. When I arrived, the office was dark except for the glow from Mr. Felix's office window. My footsteps echoed as I walked to his door. I knocked lightly, my hands trembling. "Come in," he barked. He was sitting behind his massive desk, leaning back in his chair. The room smelled faintly of stale coffee and something metallic. "You're late," he snapped, even though I was right on time. "Sorry, sir," I mumbled, my voice barely above a whisper. He didn't look up from the papers on his desk. Instead, he slid a thick envelope across the table toward me. "Take this and deliver it to the basement," he said. Our building didn't have a basement, or at least not one anyone ever talked about. "Excuse me, sir, but I don't... Are you questioning me?" His eyes shot up, cold and piercing. "No, sir," I stammered, grabbing the envelope. The elevator ride down was agonizingly slow. When the doors opened, I was met with a long, dimly lit hallway that I didn't even know existed. The air was heavy and smelled like damp concrete. I followed the hall until I found a door labelled Storage. I knocked, but no one answered. I hesitated before opening it. Inside, the room was lined with shelves holding dusty files and broken office equipment. But in the corner was a single chair with thick ropes tied around it, as if someone had been restrained there. My heart raced as I backed out of the room. I turned to leave, but the elevator doors wouldn't open. I felt trapped. Then the envelope in my hands felt heavier, like something was shifting inside. I ripped it open, expecting documents, but instead found a flash drive and a note. "You've seen too much. Do not speak of this." The elevator suddenly dinged. Mr. Felix was standing there, his face eerily calm. "Did you finish the task?" he asked, his voice unnervingly quiet. I nodded, holding back the panic rising in my chest. "Good," he said, stepping aside so I could leave. I ran. The next morning, Mr. Felix acted like nothing had happened. He smiled at me in a way that sent chills down my spine. But from then on, I noticed strange things. Employees disappearing without notice, whispers in the break room about the boss's secret, and envelopes left on random desks. I still don't know what I delivered that night or what Mr. Felix is hiding, but I do know one thing. In this office, silence is survival.